This episode is brought to you by Draggin Bags.
Sure is.
The greatest bag makers in the world. I mean, they had a sweet little setup at the Texas Open, or Signature Series, I'm sorry. And apparently there's some deal going on, like you just trade in your old bags for new for like a small fee, which is just brilliant.
You could do that with all things in life.
Exactly.
Right? Like,
right?
Goddamn.
Yeah. Cars, houses, wives. Like
He went there.
I know. I had to throw it in there. But anyways, Draggin Bags. Yeah. Putting the deals out there for the people. So be one of the people. Head over to dragginbags.com. That's with a Z. Drop code BIGASP12 at checkout. It's going to save you money. So head on over to dragginbags.com. And that's one more time. Code BIGASP12 to save you money.
Do it.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to find this. Yes, I can.
Welcome to the Big Ass Cornhole Show with Sean and Dane, the host, talking cornhole life and random fun. Grab a beer, let's get it done. From tossing bags to let's wild ride, tune in and join the party, don't you hide. It's the Big Ass Cornhole podcast time with Sean and Dane. It's always prime.
Wow, you even turned on the lights tonight?
Yeah.
Wow.
What's up?
Wow. Well, welcome back to the Big Ass Cornhole podcast. Sean and Dane are with you as always. What's going on, man?
Same old, man. Just had ourselves a fun weekend, so I'm ready to get into it.
You're looking spiffy tonight in that shirt.
I know.
Mike Hoffman special.
Mike Hoffman.
Wow. What a logo.
Not to be confused with the Milwaukee Brewers, but it's Mike Hoffman's shirt. Available at all Mike Hoffman retail stores across the United States.
Correct.
So yeah, get yourself one.
He's like the pizza review guy, right?
Yes. Yeah, one of them.
Correct. All right. Well, fun episode today.
Aren't they all?
This whole week, like this, we have a lot of stuff to recap here. So before we get into anything else, Dane, let the folks know what we're sipping tonight in our favorite segment called "What You Drinking."
Ho ho! What you drinking? Hi ho, hi ho. It's off to drink we go.
Wow.
I can't whistle that well.
Oh, I thought you were gonna nail it, man.
But it's Hi Ho Brewing. Went out to Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, to take the wife to a vineyard / winery, and of course I had to stop at a brewery when I was out there.
Obviously,
she ended up liking the brewery more. So sweet. Shout out to Hi Ho Brewing. I grabbed the Bossy Lady Midwest IPA.
Yeah.
Delicious. Piney and citrusy.
Yeah.
When I was out there, I also had it was like raspberry on the tracks or something like that. I can't quite remember, but it was a hazy raspberry IPA. Fantastic. And then I had their traditional hazy IPA as well. They didn't have them canned, unfortunately, but that one was a banger. So good beers. And then, Sean, you got a little taster over there.
Yeah, I had the Kayakers Kolsch.
Kayakers Kolsch,
It's
baby.
okay. I mean, Kolsch is not my favorite. It's okay. It's a little bitter for me, but it's
Dude,
good.
I thought you loved Kolsch's. You like one of your favorite beers is that one from
I know.
Saucy Brew Works.
I know.
It's
not. It was good. I mean, it's drinkable. It's not. It's just not my go-to.
okay.
good.
Well, he missed out on all the Bossy Ladies because I finished them. So sucks to suck.
Yes. All right, so we have more audio gold planned for you all this week. Obviously, signature number 4 for the ACL
Quattro
was complete this past weekend. It was held in like Dallas-Fort Worth area in Texas, in case you haven't heard of it. This past weekend, so we're going to recap the results of that. Dane and I played in a golf tournament, so we're going to recap our experiences that. And then at the end of we have some dramatic readings, and then at the end of the episode, we ended up having a happy hour last night, and the happy hour was just going good. Yeah. We had good vibes, so we ended up doing a draft. So we recorded the draft, so that's going to be the end of it. Kind of finishing
it's a beautiful
off.
thing.
It is a draft on childhood nostalgia.
Yes,
and we had a nice age range in there. I want to say,
yeah,
thanks to like Hoffman and some of the other guys. So it was funny to see some people's answers.
Yes, it was a good one.
And I'm still proud of Matt for making it this point in life. So, buddy, you made it. Like, I'm so proud of you, brother.
Yeah, it is incredible. What a journey.
For sure. All right, but before we get into all that, we're going to let you know what's going on in our lives in the segment we call In and Around the Hole.
Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
Okay, so I had, since we last recorded, I had been basically staring at the clock, waiting for Saturday,
Yes.
and just grinding mentally, just staring at the clock, just wanting Saturday to be here so bad, hitting the driving range twice that week,
Yes.
just because I'm neurotic like that.
Mm-hmm.
Had a phenomenal session on Wednesday. Left there thinking I could go join the PGA Tour right now. Like I was getting the ball to go wherever I wanted to, hitting it on the line. Driver felt great. I'm like, I'm feeling really confident going into this. And then I went out Friday, the day before the tournament, small bucket, right? There's 35 balls. I'm like, I just want to go out there just to feel confident. Because I wasn't sure what the driving range situation was going to be at the course.
Mm-hmm.
I did not hit it well on Friday. I lost all the I don't know what happened, but I just lost all my mojo. So that's not a great feeling heading into a tournament, right? So that's where I'm starting at. We set up, record. The course was awesome. Like the people that work there could not have been more accommodating.
Oh, dude, they
just the nicest people.
We're
in
so
the
happy
world.
to have a tournament there. Like I've never seen people happy to have a group of guys
Correct.
come out for a shotgun start, but you can tell that the MGA crew, they're golfers. None of them are going to be there to fuck up the course or anything. Like
No,
You can tell
no.
that they were happy because they've been there before,
and they spend money
they spend money. Yeah,
in the clubhouse. Like
Yeah.
they're going to buy stuff.
everyone's
at the
buying
turn. Yeah,
shots.
correct.
They were buying shirts, hats. Yeah, I mean, shit. They were rating the.
The amount of liquor that they went through was probably equal to what they would go through the rest of the year, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, I mean, I saw what was left in that Patron bottle when we had our shots at the turn. I'm like, oh honey, that's not going to finish this. Like, there's 80 more guys behind me. Like they're all going to want shots.
Very, very true.
Yeah, it was a blast though.
It was. So it was at St. Dennis Club in Chardon, Ohio, about an hour away from us. Really wasn't that bad of a drive, though.
No.
Pretty easy. It was fucking cold, though. So
Yeah.
it was about 10 degrees colder in Chardon than where we live. And it felt every bit of it.
Yeah.
So it felt like 35 degrees.
Like I got home and I was sweating with my sweatpants on.
Yeah. Dude,
Out
I'm telling you,
there,
yeah.
I like couldn't feel my legs with sweatpants on. It was nuts.
Felt like 35, and wind was anywhere from 11 to 28 miles an hour. And it was apparently always against us or going left to right.
It
Just-
made no sense.
Just it was. I
no
could
matter
not
which
figure it
way
out.
we went. Yeah, it was blowing my mind.
Now, luckily, the course was not all that long, right? So I don't think really the wind, even if it was against us, affected us all that much distance wise, right? I mean, like we were like I
No.
never felt like I could reach a par 4 in 2 because
No, it was never that bad.
no. My issue was that I just had everything else fell apart.
Yeah.
So like I could not. Now I was hitting the ball really well off the tee, just dead fucking right every time. In the first hole, I didn't even miss it that bad. Like I hit a pretty good drive. It just missed a little bit, but right behind a fucking tree. Like all goddamn fucking day. By hole 15, the guy that we're playing with, Gordo, actually made a comment. He's
Yeah.
like, at this point, it's a statistical anomaly. He's like that. Like for 15 straight holes, you found like an ability to be behind a tree.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you've missed
It's a
right a few
God-given-
times.
yeah,
We were
God-given gift.
near each other within 5 yards.
And I ended
Wherever
up
your
being
ball,
the-
you had an opening.
Well, the one time you had more, that was later on though.
Oh, it's just-
that was like hole 17. You had a little more of an open shot, but
So I didn't have aspirations to win, but like I had aspirations to go in and just play well, like up to my abilities of like how I had been playing to that point, right?
Yeah.
Prove that like, hey, I practiced a lot. I want to see if that practice, paid off. And I just had to learn that like when you're in a tournament like this, like it does change, even if it's like a fun thing.
Oh, yeah,
like mindset changes a little bit. I knew I had zero chance after the first 3 holes when I went triple, double, triple. And like I had to but then I started playing better after that. Cause like I finally had to just be like, dude, you're fucking out of it. So change your goal. Now your new goal is somehow try to break 100. If you can break 100, then you played somewhat decent. Still not great, but like at least you didn't completely fall apart.
Yeah.
And I grinded because I did not play well. So like I was just proud of myself that like I could have just rolled over. I could have easily shot a 120 that day with how how bad I was hitting the ball off the tee, and it wasn't even like leaking it right. Like I was hitting it very well, like solid. But like there was a few times OB or I lost in the fescue or something like that because the strokes add up quickly, and it was super frustrating that I did not figure out what was going on with my driver, which has been my best club for like all year until like hole 16. So, but at least I broke 100. I was happy with that. It's like the perfect league though, because like although I had a terrible round, right, probably the worst I've golfed in since I've come back to playing golf, and I still took 27th out of 80. You know what I mean?
I mean, again, it's a beautiful
and that's
thing.
with
like,
adding strokes.
Yeah, those guys are just out there just letting it rip, having a good time, and
the course was not easy.
No, it was not. And honestly, the greens were absolute mothers.
They were diabolical.
But you quickly learned that everyone there was just like, someone here is going to have a day, and they're going to be the ones that win it. Yeah. That's basically how it's designed.
100%. Yeah.
And so like, there's no like stress. Like you're either going to have it or you don't.
When I started
then
hearing,
just start drinking. Who gives
so like
a shit?
I was a little disappointed. Now I didn't want to know my score, right?
Yeah.
And then I finally heard it when they were like, when they were reading them off to record it in, and I'm like, oh shit, it started with a 9.
Yeah,
that's good. So I think it was a 98. I ended up shooting, and which again, like to me is like borderline embarrassing. But then I started hearing other scores coming in, and like most to score were 100 something.
Yes,
and I'm like, okay, I can kind of, the only saving grace to me all day was putting.
Yeah,
like I didn't 3-putt. I think there was one hole I 3-putted. And it was like I went to go tap it in, my putter dug into the ground, and I missed like a 2-inch tap in kind of thing.
Yeah, and I was the exact opposite. When shot an 89 with 0 penalty strokes and 34 putts, but 6 1-putts. So that should tell you everything you need to know. Yeah. Like it was just putting absolutely fucking killed me.
When you scrambled well though.
Like every time I needed to scramble, I
you hit a good
would hit a good shot. Yeah, I mean, I also tried to not play as much hero golf as you were, but I mean, I understood where you were at, like trying to get balls out in certain situations. But like the one time I was just completely trapped, so I literally just tried to hit a high shot over trees, still got it out just far enough, and like only hit it up like 20 yards, but it gave me an open shot at like for 150 in at like a par 4. So I'm like, just do that because it was my only shot. But yeah, it was like had one really nice recovery shot and like pulled a drive and then hit this just bitchin' low like 5-iron, just little stinger, and skipped it right up to the green. Like that was a great shot. Like definitely felt that one. But all day, dude, I felt like I drove well enough. Yeah, I was a little like pooley at times or pushy at times, but it was never in super danger. Like again, finished with the same 3 golf balls I had in my pocket. That's always a great 18 in my book.
Oh yeah.
But when it came to the greens, man, those things chewed me up. And I'm convinced it's, and I hate to call it a cop out, but like I know I have some sort of touch with the putter, but right now with that putter, like it comes off the face different every time, and I can't figure it out. Like I think the putter's just, I mean, it's so old. I think it's just gone. Like it might have just left it out in the winter a little bit too much this year. So yeah, I'm looking for a new putter. But besides that, like wasn't mad at my game. Had a couple frustrating moments, but it was like just from the putter. Everything else, like every iron shot I hit, I felt like I struck pretty well, and that's all I can ask for. Like that's my life as a golfer. And
for me, like I wasn't even trying to play like hero golf. Like there were a few times like I thought I hit a very good shot from where I was at, and I hit like the thinnest branch.
No, my thing is like sometimes that was like your only shot.
Oh yeah,
like, that's what I'm saying. Like yeah, and you got unlucky. So we actually both hit that same tree on a shot.
Like I should be an expert at hitting the ball out of fescue.
Mine literally touched like the top branch and fell straight down. Yours touched the little tiny branch there and dropped straight down. I'm like, fuck this tree, man.
Yeah.
Like, there's like 2 branches on it. We hit both of them. It was fucking insane.
It is what it is. But I'm looking at it. So the way I look at it is I know I love this aspect of it because I didn't leave that feeling defeated. Very easily, like if playing a worse round, and like around people you don't know, like regardless of what everyone thinks, right? I could have very easily been like, I'm never doing this again. Like, it motivates me more than ever. Like, I can't wait to go back and play. I need to play better.
Yeah.
Like, now that I have the first one under the belt, like, this, it's no big deal. Like, now that I see everyone, like, the guy we were playing with, realistically, should have probably won the
He
tournament.
probably should have. Yeah. He was having himself
I think
a
he
day.
had 2 bad holes,
Yeah.
like 2 blow up holes. But besides that, he hit the ball very well. And I remember through like 5 or 6 holes thinking, I'm like, shit, like this dude's really good. I want to say it was like hole 7. I finally had a hole where I like parred or I bogeyed. Like I just got everything back on track.
Yeah.
Everything just got a little bit lighter. Like, and he stepped up and he's like, listen, man, he's like, welcome to the MGA, man. He's like, anything can happen anytime. He's like, we're all here for a reason. And he hit the ball like 3 feet off the tee.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, that made me, after that moment, and it sounds terrible, like finding joy in someone else's pain, but I needed to see that. Because like I was golfing with you and Dad, like I see you guys hit shit shots all the time. Like it doesn't, but I know like you'll bounce back from it. But seeing someone else do it that had been playing really well, I'm like, oh, all right, we're not with.
Yeah,
some,
he
like,
literally came off a birdie.
Yeah, that's what I'm
that
saying.
he put it within
Yeah.
like 5 feet, drained the putt, and then walked over to the next hole and just like
He got an 8.
dinked a drive. And
Yeah,
scored.
yeah. I'm
Got
like,
an 8.
okay, all right, we're okay. So yeah, but shout out to Gordo if he happens to listen to this. Could not have picked a better dude to kind of like. I don't want to say chaperone us like in our first, but like
No, he
just be
definitely
like
did.
a guide. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
also like he was a former rugby player,
dude, like he was like the
right
perfect
off the bat.
fit,
I'm
man.
like,
Knew a bunch of the same
yeah,
dudes.
grew
Like,
up in the same city that we went to high school. So like, yeah, connected on all levels. Great dude, and instantly like everyone there had a great time with. They're all very happy that we were out there,
Yeah.
like checking it out. And we're happy to be a part of it, dude. It's a cool community, and I highly recommend everyone to check out Mediocre Golf Association in your area. There's
Yeah,
chapters
for
all
sure.
across the United States.
Even if you're just getting started in golf,
Dude,
this is
all right, so
exactly the kind of group you want to be around.
This is a beautiful thing. The low man wins a chip for the next tournament. He's allowed to play from the women's tees
Oh, it's not the women's tees anymore.
or
It's
the front tees. Okay,
We're getting away from that.
from the
terminology.
ladies' tees. Okay, we're gonna say that. All right. Yeah, so like everyone there, like they announced it and everyone cheered. Probably
Oh,
the
dude, the
loudest for
loudest.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was a great moment. It shot like a 141 or something.
It was
like
144.
144.
Yeah.
So
The other guy shot at 141.
yeah, there's a spot for everybody. All
Correct.
right. It's a beautiful thing.
I didn't shoot a 141, so that's good.
Hey, I wasn't there either. Yeah, I think you said I took 22nd or something.
Let me ask you: do you think you would have still played as well as you did if you were riding in the other cart? If me and you were if me and you had trade places,
Yeah.
like, do you think that playing with Gordo, who was also playing well, like, do you think like that rubbed off on you at all? Like, do you feed off of that at all?
Not really.
No. Okay.
No, I just felt like I was striking the ball well. Like,
Okay.
again, like I've golfed with you and Dad enough that,
Yeah, yeah.
like, I don't know, like all your guys' shenanigans don't bother me anymore.
Yeah.
And vice versa. It's just, let each other have their time. Just pray that one good shot comes soon.
Yeah.
It's all
Dude, you have
gonna be
no
right
idea,
with
man.
the world.
You have no idea. Because like as bad as I struggled, like our dad struggled mightily, and I like I said, I think by hole 4 I kind of figured out a little bit. At least I finally said like, all right, new purpose. If you shank it, if you hit the ball right, like you got to try to scramble, get bogey. And I held it together for the most part. I threw in a few pars here or there. It was a very difficult round, but yeah, my dad did not find a good shot until like I want to say like the back 9 kind of thing. So
Yeah, it was
a
rough
grind.
going, but honestly, shame on him. It was that cold and he wore shorts.
dude, it was so cold.
I know that the cold had affected him greatly. He just probably had no mobility in his body.
when we made the turn, like it was 50-50 shot in my mind whether or not, I thought he was going to for sure come up and be like, listen, I can't
Yeah.
do this, and I was gonna be like, I get it. Like you're literally like shivering in the car right now. I'm like, if I drove, like I might have a blanket or something in the car that you can like put on yourself like in the car, but like I can't. I don't know what you're doing, man. Like you wore like this thin quarter zip and shorts.
Yeah.
You're 65, man. Like what are we doing? Like I came like long sleeve.
I mean, as soon as I saw him, I'm like, shorts.
long sleeve
Like,
Under
that's a
Armour,
bold choice, dude.
full quarter zip, a polo underneath, long pants. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, like I don't know.
No,
What
as
you're
soon as I
thinking.
woke up, I pulled up the weather for Chardon. I'm like, long pants for sure. And yeah, quarter zip for sure.
Yeah.
Like had to go long sleeves. And I contemplated wearing like the long thermal underneath.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't though. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's like a mobility thing.
Correct.
Like, I feel like you're restricted.
Can't be restricted.
I can't move, man.
But
Can't
all
move,
right,
period.
the next event is going to be at the end of June.
Yes.
Your birthday weekend.
My birthday weekend.
So June 28th, it's the FU Open. It's going to be at Pheasant Run. So we haven't quite decided how. Jared said that he'll make it happen that we can like play in the event. We might just enter it in, but right now the plan is we're going to do a back off challenge.
Yeah.
From the first tee, we're going to set up a little ass bar right there and record and try to get these guys to back off the ball a little bit and just roast them a little bit. So we have some homework to do over the next month. We need to find out who's registered and if anyone knows anything about these people.
Yes, and I also need to find a way to hook this up to project out too, so everyone can hear exactly what we're saying while we can record. There's a way to do it. So
the speaker that I still have from Dennis.
yeah, I believe I don't need that one. Like any Bluetooth speaker will do. Even my little blue one, that thing's loud enough that everyone would hear. No problem. That thing's loud as shit.
Fair enough. But regardless, it's going to be hard to go to a golf event and then like not play. So we also like, but we put in the caveat by like, but we're still going to play. So worst case scenario is after we're done recording, we'll just start right after that last group and just follow.
Yeah, and just try to rip through it. I mean, they don't have to wait for us. We can just like text them our scores. But like, I feel bad doing that. Like, we should definitely try beforehand.
If we can, that would be great.
Yeah, because like to me, even if it's 10 o'clock, dude, if we get out at 6 and we're the first ones at the like 6:05, by that time we could tee off at that.
Yeah, that's
or
true.
that early, we could definitely finish before they start.
Yeah, that's true.
And even if they start, we'll get there at 5, get the bar set up, and then if they just start off with the first people, we'll be like, all right, we'll be there when we be there.
Or shit, even if we rip through 9. And then we played another 9 after that, because then they're all, you know what I mean? Like, we'd be fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll be fine.
We'll workshop it. Anyways.
I don't really care about my stuff being entered in the MGA. I just like to play golf.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm
that's
thinking.
really what it is.
Or just tell the wives like, now we have to play on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, we can't skip Sunday.
No, we're
Part
golfing
2 of the
Saturday.
tournament.
We're gonna golf that day. If I'm already out, we're out. Because I know Val has to work. Mom's gonna have the kids, so I have all day. So
free man.
So all day.
Free last.
All day. All right, so let's recap some of the results.
Some of the
Some of the
swimmy,
stuff.
swimmy. We already did the results, man. You said 28th. I got 22nd. I'm kidding. Cornhole.
That was 27th. Thank you.
Oh, 27th.
Thank you.
This keeps going up each time he says
No, it
this.
was 27th.
It was 32nd last night. I don't know.
All right, so this event here, we got reminded. Apparently, Jay Rubin's not just a doubles player, man.
He's not.
He's been having a pretty solid season in singles, and he kind of put the cherry on top by taking this one down. So he takes down Austin Waskow.
I'll give myself a little kudos to that because I did say I fully expected Jay Rubin to be in a finals here soon, and it just happened to be the next one.
Yeah, and Austin Waskow, we've been talking about him like before the season started, that he was kind of one of those rookies to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
If he would have won this, it would have been quite the run for Rookie of the Year, because then you have 3 rookies that have won
Already
like
won
this
one.
thing. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. Overall, third place, Mark Richards and Tony Smith. When you put those 4 guys in the final 4 on paper, you got to think you have it backwards.
Yeah.
Right. You got to think it's going to be Richards and Smith. Tony Smith has been on a tear in singles, man. Just seems like he wins his bracket at every one of these events, and
Just can't take it down, though.
yeah. But again, like, he's just having a really solid season, and it's just a matter of time before he just gets over the hump.
Yeah,
you know what
sure.
I mean? Like, he's really, really fucking good. Mark Richards, welcome back. You know what I mean? Like, he's right there.
He's
and,
never a surprise when he does it, though. So that's why it's just
no, but Jay Rubin, it just
well done.
kills people with consistency, man. In the finals, it's where you have to really love the game because it's a grind, man. And you have to be able to appreciate just how hard what these guys were doing was.
Yeah.
I think it was 39 rounds. Both guys averaged over an 11 PPR. I mean, that is just fucking ludicrous. These guys were just automatic.
Yeah. I mean, that's just where the game's at now.
It gets to a certain point where sometimes, like, people like it can get boring, but then it passes that point at some point, and then you're like,
oh shit,
damn, like, these guys are they ever gonna fucking
It's almost
miss?
like, do you think they should always just wait until it's like, only broadcast the last like 6, 7, 8 rounds or something.
No, because sometimes I feel like when there's that comeback, you need to kind of know what happened in the beginning of the match.
I agree. You got to see the story arc of everything.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, this past the point of, like, if this went 30 rounds, it could have been pretty kind of boring. But because it went like 30, like went that extra distance, I don't know. It did start getting to the point where, like, oh well, fuck, now I have to stick around.
Yeah, like I've been here.
I mean, like, are
long.
these guys ever gonna miss? Like, geez, oh man. But yeah, finals, great matchups, solid performance. Second in the bracket, we had Spencer Vabunar. He had a really nice weekend. Justin Burton Jr., some more Texas representation. Cash Chamness,
some more Texas, some more Texas,
and then Gabriel Clausen, who again is just having a really solid season. A little bit up and down, but I mean, when he showed up, he's had very solid season
for sure.
Showings. Third in the bracket, we had Jamie Graham, Gavin Cano, Jeremiah Ellis, and Trey Birchfield. So again, just most of the big names are kind of up there. So we're starting to see it as we get close to the World Championships. Big names are starting to come out. We had kind of talked about a few names last week, like Trey being one of them. Another one is Alex Rawls.
Yeah.
Alex Rawls takes fourth in his bracket. Again, like, this is just, it's uncharacteristic because Alex Rawls, his first 2 seasons, or I think maybe his first 3 seasons, was like second in the ACL. Like, every year, just a model of consistency, always making broadcasts. And so something's changed, and I don't know if he's just not playing as much or what, it just, bad luck. But when somebody has that much consistency, I have a hard time believing it's like just bad luck.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be
like, I wonder if it's a mechanics thing or a bag. Like, I just wonder.
You never know.
Hell yeah! All right, so if we go to down doubles,
yeah, I mean, the same names there.
Yeah, we've heard it. Yeah, we've kind
Tony
of heard
Smith,
it before.
Mark Richards take this one down, but this time over Jeremiah Ellis and Devin Harbaugh.
Yeah, so it was
great to see their names there.
100%. And again, Ellis and Harbaugh now, they're getting better.
Yes,
and that should worry everybody.
They're growing together.
Yeah,
right at the right time.
Like, them making it to the broadcast, and not just making it to the broadcast, but making it on the broadcast, winning a match, and then making it to the finals. Like, they're stepping in the right direction, and like in the headspace of like them trusting each other, like fully. Like, I think that's huge,
big.
and I think that going forward now, I feel more comfortable with them like being a top 5 team, which what we think they should be.
Oh, 100%.
Like, I think they're a true threat now. Like, they showed everybody that they just kind of, I mean, again, anyone can lose to Smith and Richards in the finals. Like, everyone else has.
They're
They're a
arguably the
really
greatest
tough
team
out.
of
You
all
got to
time,
play really
so.
well. Devin Harbaugh has to be Devin Harbaugh.
Yeah.
In a matchup against those two.
And Jeremiah has to be Jeremiah. Like, they got to both put together.
But I think Jeremiah, that's where it's different. Jeremiah has shown under the brightest lights that he tends to do very well.
He does, yeah.
Like, even if not every match he's won on the broadcast, obviously, but like, he's still, the odds are that he's going to be better than most.
He's just hard to beat.
Correct.
He always makes it hard.
Devin just doesn't have that same consistency. But again, this is a really big step in the right direction for
sure.
these two.
No, I love seeing them up there. Then third place, you had Spencer Fabinar and Ethan Farias, and Cheyenne Bubenheim and Jordan Power.
Yeah, just again continuing a really solid season. Man.
They are. Each time they're just stepping up, little each time, and this time winning their bracket.
Listen, shout out to Titan.
Yeah,
I mean, I just kind of taking the chance, and I mean that could not have been.
It's a smart pairing. I mean,
and it couldn't have been a cheap decision either,
yeah.
man. Like that's paying off. It seems like, you know
For
what
sure.
I mean? Like, because that team is doing very, very well. And you know what? I think it's it seems like a level of like a professionalism thing for both of them.
Yeah,
they're both at like different points in their life now. You know what I mean? Like, they both matured. They both settled down a little bit, and this is a job. I think that they are both approaching it like that
way. Yeah,
and again, like you're winning your bracket. You're one game away from making the finals. You know what I mean? So they're knocking on the door.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Their team, you can't count them out. Like, every time, like when I'm making the power rankings, like, you have to include them now in the top 10. I think they've shown enough.
Yeah,
like, it's right now they're definitely a top 10 like power ranking teams in my opinion.
Easily,
right?
Yeah, how would you not? Last time we did the,
I mean, there's a lot of good doubles teams.
Yeah, but they're in the top 10 already.
No,
like
I'm not talking about rankings.
I know.
Standings doesn't mean shit to me.
But I'm saying they're already in there, and after this performance,
like,
I think you have to
is
put
like
them
my
in there.
fear factor. Like, who's the team I do not want to have to go up against.
Yeah,
like, I think they're up there.
They're definitely up there.
So other teams with notable solid performances, second in the bracket, Jamie Graham, Jacob Trzynski, Bryce Forbes, and Levi Haddock had a very nice run. Brett Guy and Matt Guy continuing a very solid season, kind of quiet, but doing very, very solid. And then Derek Holland and Alex Rawls kind of welcome back to the party.
Hey, well, welcome back. Like you said, it's a bunch of kind of who's and where have you been? Like,
well, this is a put up or shut up time. Like, this is, hey, you don't have any more to throw away if you've already had like a mediocre season. Like, you need to already throw away those, like 2 of those. So like now we need the big finishes.
But then like, isn't this the first Texas team that we're seeing on this list in AJ Sims and Braden Wilson?
No, Bryce Forbes and
Levi Haddock. That's right. We went over that one too. Yep. So yeah, I mean, it was just happy to see AJ Sims and Braden Wilson finally showing again that they're forced to be reckoned with. Yeah, I mean,
another different pairing. We weren't sure how this was going to go. Third in the bracket, Justin Rule and Tanner Halbert. By far their best finish, I think, so far.
That's the highest I've seen them finish so far.
It's nice to see because we all know that like Tanner Halbert's kind of a gamer. Yeah, he's an OG, man. Like he's a former world champ. You know what I mean? Like it.
High PPRs from both.
And Justin Rule was kind of like a, I don't want to call him like a hot prospect last year, but like he had a really good season last year.
Finished
and I think that was probably
PPR.
Best available. Yeah. And was he able to repeat it again? So it's a solid finish. David Morris, Sebastian Chafin Ford, third in the bracket. Justin Burton Jr., Logan Chamberlain, rounding out third in the bracket.
Yeah, I mean, nice finishes.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Actually, don't have the women's singles up here.
Women's doubles, Cameron Belvin and Kaylee Hunter take down Riley Schaff and Caitlin Allshouse. Rosie Streaker and Samantha Finley are second in the bracket, and Coy and Lori Dool are also second in the bracket. I saw we were subjected to the match last night during the happy hour call in the background was senior doubles. Frank Modlin and Damon Dunnis won a barn burner over Steve Schroeder and Jerry Lockwood.
It was an interesting, very interesting to say the least.
Yeah, to say the least. Let's see.
Tier 1 singles in the open division.
This kid seems to win every amateur event.
He's nasty. Yeah, he's nasty. That's Hunt's boy, right?
Yeah,
isn't that Trey Hunt's boy?
Trey Hunt.
Yeah, they've been talking about him for years. Like, kid's killing it. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, heard numbers weren't quite as big as we anticipated for Texas.
So let me pull this up real fast. So here were the numbers.
We did have a brief conversation about this, and we think part of the issue was bags.
Yeah, so that was a really good point. I didn't think about that. So I asked somebody on our happy hour call last night who's in Texas, who's very involved in cornhole.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, did you go to the event? Now, I wasn't quite sure how far Dallas was away from him. He's like, it's about 2 hours away. I didn't go. I don't have any bags to play in an ACL event. Yeah. And he's like, I didn't feel like, spending $70 to get a set of bags and then
break him in, and then having to go play one tournament with him. Yeah,
he's like, I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that does make complete sense. Like he didn't have the equipment. I mean, mind you, if he really wanted to go, could he have borrowed bags from somebody? I'm sure, but like, I get it. Like, you're not gonna go about, but yeah, I think that was a big part of it. So the numbers were not like super great though, and in Texas is like, again, like we have the TCL events we've been to are massive.
Yes,
like sold
ginormous.
Out, like just very big, like large venues, like every tier A to E or whatever the fuck they do. I mean, it's crazy. It's a lot of people. But singles on Sunday, there was 31 registered players for intermediate, 40 in competitive, 42 in tier 1B elite/advanced, and 42 in tier 1A elite and advanced. So that is what? That's 125. 155.
Yeah.
155 people. So and then you had 122 teams in open doubles on Saturday. So
more people there on Saturday for doubles.
I'd be interested to know which I think is probably the case most of the time. I think doubles is always
because people not as many people enjoy singles, so I get it.
I'd be interested to know if that is good, if that's below what the ACL was hoping, because again, Texas boasts themselves, and they not even boast themselves. They've shown that they're a hotbed for cornhole, right? Especially with talent coming out of there, they win a whole lot in the ACL, And then when you go into what seemingly, I don't think is necessarily an ACL backyard. I think Houston area is a bigger ACL area, but close enough that if it's in your home state, you're going to travel to go to.
Yeah.
I thought the numbers would have been more.
I thought so too, for sure. I mean, you're in cornhole country down there.
So I thought it was kind of just an interesting little thing.
Yeah, little snidbit.
Little snidbit for sure. All right, let's do a dramatic reading.
Ooh.
Do it.
In a world where bean bags have brought men to their knees, social media serves as sanctuary for keyboard warriors. Time for the dramatic readings.
This is by Rich Austra. Wow. As if the exuberant cost of Zuka isn't high enough, they're raising their prices? Is this product worth what it costs now? Is it worth what they're going to raise it to? You know you have the buying power, right? You stop paying those stupid, ridiculous prices for that crap and the cost will go down. This means stop buying them from retail distributors as well. They have a choice. Raise the price or tell the dealer no and stop selling them. But they won't because people will keep buying them. So I ask you this. What is the point or price is enough? I have an email conversation with In the Bag Cornhole this morning about this very thing. When as consumers do we stop getting ripped off?
Hell yeah, man. Down with the establishment.
So, okay, first of all, I've been on record for saying, now, I have a Zuka. I will say this first. That's my caveat, right?
Yeah.
It was a drunken purchase when I was in Texas. I've also been on record being very critical of the Zuka bags.
Yes.
Because I think they're the most obnoxious fucking thing. When you go to a tournament, you can't turn around with someone running into your fucking shins with one, and it's just a goddamn disaster. They're everywhere. It's terrible.
Yeah, and nobody ever actually sits on them.
And there's no purpose. They just take up
bring
space.
A chair anyways.
And unless you're going to use it as like a carry-on luggage,
yeah,
they're fucking worthless.
It's completely pointless.
It takes up space in my trunk. Like it was a very terrible for me, terrible purchase.
Yeah.
So unless I'm going to start, I think I'm actually going to start using it for t-ball and softball.
Hell yeah!
Just throw all my shit in there. That way I have something
Give it
to sit
to
on
Nora.
in the game.
Let her bring that shit around.
Hell,
you can still sit on
the
it.
lights. The wheels light up, right?
Yeah, that's why she should have it.
No, I don't think they're necessarily worth the cost. I got mine at a little bit of a discount.
Yeah.
Late at night, TCL, wheeling and dealing kind of thing. Playing
Yeah, he got
chicken.
$5 off.
But yeah, so I'm with you. If they're raising the cost even more, I get what the guy's saying. It just, if there's a want for and or a need for a product, people are gonna go buy it.
Yeah.
It's just how the world works.
I just since day one when Zuka started coming around.
Yeah.
I never once looked at that and said,
damn, you gotta have one.
oh, sweet, I need one of those. No, I was always like, what the fuck? Like, these are cornhole bags, people.
Dane,
like,
you see some people with
throw
them
them in
all
a book
decked out.
bag.
Like they have every apparatus. They have
I know.
cup holders and scoreboards.
And I understand, yes, it has
a mountable TV.
It's cool to have
barber's.
Now we're talking
pedal
yeah,
or something.
Give me like a barber's chair on top of
Right.
it. Now we're talking full lazy boy. Yeah.
Now I
give me
will
one of
say,
those, but
the cushion that we had that I have on
it's
top of
nice.
it, it's nice.
yeah,
Nice little cushion.
again, it's not. It's an embarrassment of riches. Like, this is cornhole. Just throw them in a fucking sack and sling them over your shoulder.
We can't sell a $15
bring it around.
T-shirt, but people are buying
Exactly.
rollable luggage that
That's
they
what
throw
I'm saying.
bean
They're
bags
like, oh,
in
I can't
for
afford that
$400
t-shirt because
what
I
the
have
fuck?
to wait and buy I have to save up my pennies for my Zuka.
Jesus Christ. I mean, goddamn, I know Jamie Graham looks really cool in the commercial. I get it, but just keep your pants on for 5 seconds. Like, it's crazy.
Actually, I didn't really mean I was going to say, but I'll just move right. I'll breeze over that. Use your imagination.
I want to know. I kind of want to. Can we mute it for a second? You told me what you were going to say.
All right.
It's probably good you didn't say that.
Yeah, exactly.
Continue.
Just, keep friends on the show. All right. You got another dramatic reading
I
here?
think so. Hold on. Let me pull it. One second. Yeah, I do. Let's do it. Addicted to cornhole. Jacob Parrish. Who crop dusted Deb and Braden? Edited. Crop dusted. Why is no one talking about Braden Wilson Dutch ovening the GOAT? That was classic.
Yeah, for the record, definitely not a Dutch oven. That's that would be absurd. Means he would have like had to cover with like a blanket fart underneath it. Completely different. But crop dusted, indeed. I do want to say I saw in that post that Deb did go back in and say like it was not Braden that did it. She was mistaken. But apparently this was like the fart that
I'm
stopped
trying
the
to
world.
find it. Like I want to find this so bad because I want that to be our okay. If anyone can tell me what broadcast it was, whether it was ESPN, whether I looked on Facebook, I don't think it's one of the Facebook live streams.
Okay.
Just tell me where I can find it. I'll take it from there. But like that's definitely gonna be our next bad lip reading.
Oh, for sure.
Like
yeah.
we need this.
But again, I thought people said it was only like a tiny little snippet. You don't see like the whole exchange or anything between them. But still, we'd love to see the snippet.
We can make it work.
Yes, exactly.
I want to see
AI
the
is
video.
amazing.
Correct. So,
Yuck.
yeah,
This
that
dude
was
just
just
moonshotted
tattooed.
that. Good Lord. Anyways, we're just watching College World Series. Have no skin in the game.
Oh yeah,
just
I want to give
baseball.
a quick shout out. He'll never hear this, but shout out to Scotty Scheffler. Won me a bunch of money this weekend at the golf tournament.
Hey, Scotty, you
Yeah.
won some money. Sean
Saturday
won
when he
some
went,
money too.
when he went down by 6 strokes, I'm like, you know what? I just don't think that everyone else is that
You just
good.
can't fight this feeling anymore.
I just don't think. You watch him play, and he's just so much
He's
better
so
than
good.
everyone.
Yeah, it's
like he's so
disgusting.
accurate off the tee, and he
And
just hits every
it
fucking
seems
green.
like one shot for him, and boom, he's just
Yep.
completely locked in, and like every shot after that is just going to be perfection. And
Sometimes I think
birdie,
the
birdie,
only
birdie,
thing
birdie.
he ever gets in trouble with is sometimes he can hit every type of shot.
Yeah.
Sometimes he just picks the wrong shot to hit.
Yeah.
I think that's really all it is.
I think
he's very good.
he tries to challenge himself a little bit.
Yeah, it makes you feel really bad
It's
about
like I can
your
get it
own
even
game.
closer to the pin if I throw a fade in there.
Correct. Correct.
Hell yeah.
Can you imagine making $10 million in 30 days?
No.
And then your wife handing you a baby that has like shit
Shit
stained
on
up
its
the
back.
back.
Classic though. I mean, it's going to go down forever in like PGA history lore.
Oh, 100%. Like it's just terrific.
Terrific.
All right. Let's cue the rap horn.
All right, we can do that.
All right, you can reach us at Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it, at Big Ass Cornhole.
And Facebook at Big Ass Cornhole Podcast. Thanks again to Draggin Bags.
Thanks.
Y'all are the bestest. Go check out their page, dragonbags.com. That's Draggin Bags with a Z.com. Drop code BIGASS12 at checkout and get yourself some swag, bags, anything you need to up your cornhole game.
And if you're looking to help support the show, you go to patreon.com/bigasscornhole. For the price of beer a month, you can get some bonus content. With it summer coming out, we've already been talking, like, now that the weather's finally turning, more bonus content coming up. Like,
Yeah.
cornhole, golf, all that kind of stuff. The weather's finally going to be able to cooperate. So a whole bunch of stuff going on the horizon. But yeah, so just if you want to support the show, be greatly appreciated. Patreon.com/bigasscornhole. And again, the happy hours are worth it.
Had a blast.
Dude, they're just so much fun, man.
Stick
It's
around
just-
and hear what we chit-chatted about. It was a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun.
Correct. So yeah, coming up next is going to be the draft. We do childhood nostalgia. There's 5 of us. Dane does a little intro and all that kind of stuff, and then we sign off from there. But hope you guys enjoy that, and then I'll post up on Facebook, and you'll have to let us know who won that draft.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, hope you guys have an awesome week. Be on the lookout for a bonus episode to drop later this week. But as always, we hope you throw it straight, and it's nothing but 4 baggers from here on out.
Cornhole it.
Later.
All right, so we are back here at the Big Ass Cornhole Podcast, chilling in our sweet, sweet happy hour with some great gentlemen here. And I just had a good question that I forgot to ask when we were out at this golf tournament that I want to ask all you gentlemen. So I want your top 3 golf movies. They can overlap. This is not a draft. I just think it says a lot about people, which golf movies you choose, because they are vastly different. All right.
They are.
So we're just going to go in order of our screen. So Dave with a beard, you're kicking it off.
I mean, I feel like as a millennial male, the number one answer has to be Happy Gilmore.
100%. Yep.
Then maybe the greatest game ever played,
Okay.
and I don't know, maybe Caddyshack after that.
Okay.
All right. I like it. Your number 2 pick was near and dear to my heart as well.
Me too,
so
man.
I will say right now we have the same 2 right now, right off the bat. My number 3 is different than yours, but Mike, you were up next, sir.
Yeah, this is easy. All right, there's Caddyshack and then everything else. Like if you're talking golf. Like,
So
I don't know.
you're just showing your age a little bit. Like you don't even have
little
Happy
bit.
Gilmore over
Like,
Caddyshack.
Seriously, we used to sit around and do like Caddyshack lines, growing up with each other. That's one easy. Happy Gilmore is a great one. I'd say that's 2, and then 3 for me is Tin Cup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I always like that
Oh, yeah.
movie.
Hell
For
yeah.
sure.
I love it. All right, Brian, what do you got?
I'm aging myself with the Hoff too. So Caddyshack is my number 1.
Okay. All right. It's
Hands
respectable. I
down.
get it.
In fact, I actually watched it like 2 weeks ago again.
Again, I will watch that movie and it still
yeah.
holds up to me too. I just, it's just not in the top 3 for me. That's no slight to it.
You'll get nothing
Yeah.
and like it.
Yeah,
For sure.
No.
Happy Gilmore, number 2, and then Legend of Bagger Vance.
Dude, there it
That's
is.
my-
I was
that's
waiting.
my
I was
third.
waiting
Yep.
for it.
Legend of Bagger Vance,
Yeah.
100% is my number 3 as
I
well.
was for sure waiting for that.
Just something about the visualization of the shot
Yeah.
has always spoken to me
For sure.
in golf, and I kind of actually learned something from a golf movie.
Yeah.
And then obviously, greatest game ever played, easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yes.
Maybe Shia LaBeouf's greatest masterpiece, but fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And a true story. Like Francis We Met, look it up if you don't know it. There's a couple books about him too.
Yeah.
Hell
Can't argue
yeah.
with those.
Sean, what's your top 3?
I mean, those are pretty much covered it. I mean, Happy Gilmore's in there. Tin Cup's definitely in there. And then for me, it's a toss up between Legend of Bagger Vance or Greatest Game Ever Played. Like to me, like those are like the 4 best golf movies.
So you're just taking a total cop out and not giving me a
Yes,
firm
correct.
1, 2, 3.
Yes.
All right.
I
Fair
do.
enough.
Okay. I prefer Greatest Game Ever Played over Legend of Bagger Vance.
Fair enough.
So
And
That's my
Sean, just because of that, you didn't mention Caddyshack. You'll never get my vote for anything ever again.
I'm sorry. Like, don't get me wrong. I get it. It's just not in my top. It's not in my top 4. I'll give it a top 5 nod. I'll give it a top 5 nod. All right. So because we have a few gentlemen here, we figured we might as well do a draft.
Might as
right?
well.
So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys the topic. We're gonna give you guys like 5 minutes. You guys can kind of brainstorm, write stuff down if you want to, and then we'll come back with the draft order and we'll roll right into it. This week's topic for the draft is childhood nostalgia. All right. Childhood nostalgia. All right. We'll be right back.
I'll pause it.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Oh my God. It was so fast. And now we're
Whoa.
back.
Snip, snap, snip, snap.
Oh my
Here
God.
we go.
All right. So we're going to be doing the draft, childhood nostalgia. Dane, let it rip with the draft order here.
All right. We're going Brian, Mr. AKL, Mike Hoffman, Sean, Bearded Dave, and myself.
Oh,
Right?
Dane said it was random. He likes being at the end.
No, it was random.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
It was random.
All right. We said, I believe you.
It was whoever's name I thought of first, and then I typed it.
All right, so we got 5 rounds, snake draft, childhood nostalgia, whatever that means to you. If there is a nomination that's up for question,
How many rounds
the
we
rest of
doing?
us 5. And we'll the rest of us will vote and decide if it's allowed or not.
All right.
All right.
I like it.
Brian, let it rip. Number 1 pick.
Number 1, drinking from the hose. There was no such thing as bottled
Dude,
water.
I like that one. That's a really
Yeah.
good one. All right. I like that.
And now that's an entirely different meaning now that we're adults.
Correct.
Hey,
Correct. And that's where autism was born.
That's what they want you to believe, Sean.
Correct.
No, they're the ones that ended up okay.
All right, Matt. What are we at?
Mad Balls. When I was a kid, I used to have the Mad Balls, man. I love them things.
Mad balls.
Mad balls. What are mad balls? I gotta ask. I'm not sure.
I want to search
Does
it.
anybody else remember those?
What? I do.
Yes. Even
Wait.
had the bat back in the day.
Nice.
Mad balls.
They were like spongy balls, but
Oh
they had
yeah,
like
dude, we used to have
monster
these.
faces.
Oh shit!
We had these.
I just didn't realize that was the name.
100%. Glad I know what they look
Yeah.
like now for the picture. Perfect. Yes, those are
Dude,
awesome.
mad
100%.
balls.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Oh, now I just thought of another one.
All right, Mr. Hoffman, what you got?
All right, this is gonna go way back. I can't even remember what it was called, but it was like electric football where the guys just kind of buzzed around on the
Oh
on the
yeah,
table
yeah,
once you plugged it in.
100%. Yeah, like tabletop football, right? Is that what they call it?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right
100%.
across the
Yeah.
table.
Wow.
Yeah, then you learn to sit on it, and you're like, whoa,
Wow.
that's a whole
They
different
had
feeling.
batteries back then. That's pretty impressive.
No,
Shit.
you had to plug it in.
Oh, did you-
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
plug it in.
Okay.
Yeah, you had to actually lick the plug before you
Okay.
stuck it in first. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
back in those days. Sean, what do you got?
Okay, I'm gonna go with Saturday cartoons.
Okay, I mean, I feel like that's a little too general. Am I wrong? I mean, I feel like
No.
there should be one specific one
No,
that brings you back to
it
the
does.
days.
Yeah, the
would be
the
it.
whole morning.
Yeah, that would be a whole other,
Correct.
a whole new category.
Thank you. Thank you.
See, I'm just I'm more about specifics when it comes down to things.
All right, Bearded
So
Dave.
that's okay.
But first of all, Saturday cartoons. So my son is like one of our routine things when he goes to bed, right? We'll watch a video. So he's been into like all the little kids videos, and then he got bored of it. So I've been throwing out some ideas, right? So we've watched like the old Batman cartoon from when I was growing up. He loved that.
Yeah.
We watched Captain Planet the other day.
Oh, for
That was
sure.
sweet. And then he's been on a Recess kick,
Nice.
and I'm loving it. So it's great. I get to relive.
That's-
All he wants to watch is Recess. He thinks it's hilarious.
That's
So.
the Saturday morning cartoon I think of.
Recess. Oh, for sure.
Recess.
Like I remember begging my mom not to go to church just so we wouldn't miss recess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like 100%. Like we're not doing it. Or if it's 8 o'clock mass, we're getting there. We need to get home. Like there can't be hitting red lights because it starts at 9. Okay, so like you need to get home. So yes, for sure. Anyways, Beard Dave, what's your pick?
Anyways.
I think just playing outside until the street light comes on.
Oh, I like that. Yep. We used to we were outside until the neighbors would call my parents to complain to tell
Yeah.
us to go to bed and like stop bouncing a ball around or something, or we were being too loud in the street or something.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to segue the first of mine,
Okay.
kind of piggybacking off of that story, but I'm doing driveway basketball.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Yeah.
a rite of passage.
I can see that.
here, and always had an absolute blast. So
Yeah.
we're going with that. And then coming around the bend, I'm just gonna go with something that's still kind of a thing for us to this day, but near and dear to our hearts. And I'm just gonna go with the beach ice cream trip. Like I feel like
Okay.
that was always like
I get
the
what you're
coolest
saying.
part of our vacation was
gotcha.
like going on a specific place every time we were in Cape Cod. And
Like Sunday school.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like those trips
I
were
gotcha.
like that's what you always took back because it was one
So
fun as
you
shit,
want
two,
specifically
delicious.
the ice cream trip while you're on vacation.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay, so
Like
not
that,
like the beach vacation.
because you know
itself,
how
but, like-
pumped you were. Like you had to sit your
I get it,
ass
yeah.
through a boring ass dinner where your parents crush seafood, and you're like, I get fucking chicken fingers, sweet. And then they're like, yeah, but we're going to get ice cream afterwards, and it's always a bomb spot.
So
So,
true.
I'm just gonna go vacation ice cream.
Yeah, that's 100% why I get my kids ice cream now. I'm like, all right, I feel bad. Like I just crushed food for like an hour.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you earned
Exactly.
it. Like you were completely terrible. So
All right, Dave, on the backswing, what you got?
Ninja Turtles bed sheets.
oh
yeah.
yes, good one. Good one.
Like it.
That's a good one. Sean, Shaniqua.
I'm gonna go with Nerf guns.
Hell yeah,
Nerf guns.
that's a good one. Always fun. Still use them to this day.
For sure.
My wife and I have Nerf gun battles at home sometimes.
I bet you do.
We do. We do. She never wins. They're not really battles. It's more like she just screams as I shoot her.
This is getting weird.
Fantasy,
Somebody,
guys.
Mike, it's your turn. Please go. Please go.
I
It's
wear a
getting weird.
ski mask. It's weird, guys. I love you.
So-
honey.
Anyway,
Is it on me?
it is on you.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, correct.
Veterans Stadium. It was the
Alright.
where the Phillies and the Eagles used to play. We
Yeah,
used
no
to
one cares.
go down there a million times, as a kid.
Yeah, the Eagles. Yeah, ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Sweet.
Are you guys happy your
Yeah.
football players get to play with each other's butts now? Continued?
Hey, we win Super Bowls. It seems
You
like,
do.
so-
I heard there's a new grip coming to the
Yeah.
tush push. Just be on the
I'm sure.
lookout. Yeah, it's a real thummy. All right.
Hey, you know what? You guys got Kenny Pickett though. I'm actually gonna root for you a little bit. 'Cause
Why?
I
He's
like
not.
that,
He's going to
you
be the
know,
first
he's a
one
big
cut.
rat.
Tiny
He's gonna be
hands.
the first
Is it
one
because he
cut,
could
yeah.
actually
What
do
are
with
you
the
talking
full
about? They're
fist?
saying he's the starting
Like,
quarterback.
Not for long. If you look at all the stats from camp, like if they start Pickett, somebody else besides Stefanski is making all the decisions because like all the stats, he's like less than 33%.
Yeah, meanwhile,
Like,
Shadur's
pass- like,
like
it's
had
bad.
2 perfect days.
Yeah, it's been really
He's
bad.
actually been killing it in our
Pickett-
camp right now. It's fucking nuts.
Pickett's gonna be good.
Pickett can't be good. I've been making fun of the guy since he got drafted. Like he can't be good. Like I want to laugh him out of town.
His hands are like the size of my
Yeah.
like I could just like go over his hands with the tips of my
That's why he
fingers.
wears
They're
the glove.
so
He wears the
tiny.
glove, a little
Yeah.
tacky.
Yeah, you don't.
tacky, glove.
God.
All right. Hard nuts, lay it on us.
Let's go with Reebok pumps.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
different with kids.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
D
man.
Brown.
How
when
cool-
he,
how
just
fast-
You
finished
had the
that
Insta
process.
pump. You actually had the
Oh,
CO2
yeah.
cartridge. And
How
all the
high
kids
do you
would
think
have
you could
with
jump after you pump those up?
it. Just as high without.
What's 0 times anything? Still 0. All right, Brian, you got back to backs
Back
now.
to back.
Right on. First one, no cell phones. So there was no proof of anything.
Okay, what were you hiding? He's like, you can't prove it. Haha.
Nothing.
It wasn't me.
Wasn't
It
hiding
wasn't
shit.
me.
Yeah, they already tried that. Shaggy already tried that.
All right, then my second one.
Sorry, I was delayed on that. I'm sorry. He's not that funny.
True arcades.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
25
Oh, yeah.
cents.
Yep.
True
Yeah.
arcades.
Yep.
Yeah, not this free bullshit nowadays. How dare they? Oh, you mean I have to just drink and I get to play for free?
Yeah.
Christ, how dare you?
I had to spend $14 on what used to cost a quarter. All right, who we got? Matt.
We got Matt coming back around.
Well, I had a wood burning kit as a kid, which they have outlawed since. But the old wood burning kit, where you would just burn every freaking thing you could find.
I called that a magnifying glass.
For some reason. Fucking shit. Pussies.
Yeah, as soon as I learned that the magnifying glass would burn ants, I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Mike.
All right, Sid.
I'll throw out a movie from my childhood
Ooh.
that I liked a lot. Back to the Future.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Favorite movie of all time.
Came out, what, 62? Right?
85. October 30th, 1985.
Anyways, that's fun.
Sean, after that rude comment,
Super Nintendo.
nice.
It was our first like system that we ever had, and I remember we woke up and we knew they got it for us because we heard our parents arguing over playing a game, like they were testing it out, and we like looked down the and we had to act like surprised the next morning.
Yeah.
And we had to open up all the shit, and we knew that it was still set up downstairs, and all we wanted to do was go downstairs, but we had to pretend like we didn't know.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't think we were very good at hiding it. I think they
No.
figured out that we knew. And then
For
they're
sure,
like,
yeah.
"Oh no! You got to open up all your shit first." Like it's like make it real slow and painful.
damn
But
it.
yeah, great memories playing that game, Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah.
Like I logged way too many hours. It was pretty unhealthy.
Thurman
that game.
Thomas in that game was just so disgusting that you
Yeah.
could
Okay, that's interesting. All right,
dominate
so what
everyone.
team? I know everyone goes back and they're like, "Oh, you use Oakland. Bo Jackson was unstoppable."
Dude.
I know, dude. The Buffalo
Bills
Bills
were
were
nasty in that game.
disgusting in that game. Yeah, I completely agree.
Was it Andre Rison,
Don
Thurman
Beebe.
Thomas, and Kelly? Wasn't Kelly the quarterback?
for
They're like,
sure.
dude, they're fucking disgusting. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were
Sign me
really
up.
good.
they're fantastic.
Yeah, I
Even
completely
the Browns
agree.
were good too, but that was back in yesteryear when football didn't matter.
Correct.
Yeah.
Anyways,
All right,
They were,
Dave.
they were like fumbling across the goal line or something back there.
Yeah.
thanks, Tush Push.
Yeah. Fuck you, John Elway. All right, Dave.
All right.
GoldenEye 007.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
There you
On
go.
My
On N64.
my wife is disgusting at GoldenEye. She beats my ass in it. I never grew up with N64, so I didn't learn the controller. So nowadays, like I just can't figure it out well. But like any other game, like on a new age system, I'm quite good at. But nostalgia, I'm going so back to back here. I'm gonna take snow days.
Oh, that's a good one.
All right.
Yeah.
Always loved a snow day. I know maybe not everyone got to experience those. But,
I don't think they
we
started
did
giving them
here.
out until after I was done with school, kind of thing. So.
I'm talking like the grade school one. We definitely had a couple of them. It wasn't many, but when you got them, they were sweet. Nowadays, it's like, oh, it's 33 degrees out. Yeah, you guys probably shouldn't go to school. Like, didn't understand that. Man, I had one for this other one, and now it's blanking on me. So just give me 1 second.
It's all right.
Yeah, just
it's getting nicer
for a
this
second.
week. It's supposed to be a pretty nice weather this week.
Is it?
I think it's supposed to get warmer.
It's not going to rain.
Keep thinking.
but
Don't talk.
I can think and chit chat. It actually helps jog my brain a little bit.
Hey, can I tell you a quick story
Please.
Of course, yes.
about a snow day? Have you ever heard of like who? This isn't very nostalgic, but when I had a snow day once, there was a guy in Pennsylvania. I don't know. He was like a legislator or something, and he was getting busted for some embezzlement or something that he was doing. His name was Bud Dwyer. They made a song about him too. You ever hear? Does this ring a bell to anybody? Well, during a snow day on TV on like the local channels in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, he shot himself in the head right on TV.
Oh,
And
shit.
like,
the bald
kids
guy?
were at home. What's that?
Yeah. Was it the bald guy? He was up there. Yeah. I remember.
Bud
It was on
Dwyer.
Faces of Death. It was on Faces of Death.
Yes. Well, it was live on TV, like on a snow day when all the kids were home watching, like the local news, like the weather and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
kinda
This is
messed
nuts.
up.
I was thinking like my snow day nostalgia was like my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sled that we'd go like sledding on the hill with. Like think we were snowboarding by standing up on like a 10-foot hill, thinking we were sweet. Yeah. Actually, you had the one on your list that
That's why I
popped
thought-
into my head,
that's what I thought
and
you might.
it was Sports Center.
God damn it, Dan.
Yeah,
I knew I should've
literally
let you look
sat
at it.
Good
there
one.
and watched Sports Center like every Saturday. That was the one I had before snow days, and
That's solid.
I kept forgetting about it. But yeah, Sports Center for like Stuart Scott days were like me growing up. Yeah, it was just
Oh, no, man.
every
right.
basically every morning. Somehow our TV would just mysteriously turn on in our living room to Sports Center at like 5 a.m. every day. And sometimes my dad wasn't even up. Like it would just turn
Very
on
true. Very
and
true.
turn over to Sports Center. Dave,
With a beard.
the bearded one.
The Luminator football.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I remember
see.
that guy.
Getting to play football deep into the night, like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Definitely spelled that wrong. I can't even, whatever, something like that. Yeah, there it is. All right, spelled it right. There we go. All right, Sean.
I swear to God, I'm going Vortex football.
Nice. All right.
Do you remember that thing?
Yeah, I mean,
the orange
Vortex
with the
was,
blue tail when I first came out, and I think it was John Elway first coming out throwing like 80 yards.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as we got one, dude, we would play full on contact football in the middle of the street, like savages. Like I don't know like how we didn't like ever seriously like have come out with brain
I'm
damage.
still part of the,
Yeah.
I mean, never broke a bone technically because
Yeah.
the only thing I ever broke was my nose, which
Yeah.
it's technically
Like
not
we
a
would
bone,
technically
but-
we'd play in the grass, right? But we would go from one driveway all the way to another driveway, so it's full field. Well, at the 50-yard line was cement,
just a
so
full driveway.
Sometimes it happened.
I mean, you get taken out in the driveway no matter what.
But all right, anyways,
Chain imprints. All
who's
right,
up, Mike?
Mike.
All right. You made me think of this earlier, but the Saturday night main event, it was WWF back then.
Oh yeah,
So like Saturday mornings you'd watch WWF and it was always just like good wrestlers fighting stiffs. So you even like as a little kid you knew like the good wrestler like Hogan wasn't going to lose. But on the main event there was like a little chance that the guy who's supposed to always win could lose. So that was always really exciting. And it wasn't on very often. So
Okay.
it was like, maybe once every couple months. So that was a big thrill.
that's the one thing from my childhood that I feel like I kind of missed out on.
Yeah, we
because I feel like I
definitely
definitely could have
were
gotten
robbed of
into
that.
it, but we weren't really like allowed to watch it growing up. So like
Uh-oh.
it was like something like I missed out on. But like now I feel like it's so hard to like jump into something like that that's been going on for so long. and have any idea what the fuck's going on.
It's
You know what
true.
I mean? So like
Yeah,
I
'cause
can't.
I also
don't
don't
time
have
in my
the
life for
I don't
it.
have the time to
Yeah,
go
correct.
back and learn the lore of the last like 40, 50 years. Like it's been around for so long.
Correct.
But yeah, our dad always just said like that's not real wrestling.
Yeah.
So you can't watch it. So like we never got to watch it.
That's
So
great.
my parents used to tell me, that's fake, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I would get so mad because I'm like, there's no way that these are robots wrestling.
Yeah.
They never explained to me that it wasn't. That it was just acting.
Yeah.
Like they never explained that to me. I get so mad at them, and then they just laugh at me.
That's
Say my
awesome.
dad picked up a metal folding chair one time and said, "Let me hit you with this and see what you do." I'm like, "Oh, maybe it's a little fake then. maybe you're right."
This is fun.
This is fun. All right, man. What you got?
Garbage Pail Kids.
Nice.
yeah.
Damn
Good
it.
one.
Yes.
Oh, damn it.
Good one.
Uh,
Good one.
That is a good one. Brian, you're back to back and rounding off.
Oh,
I stole
right.
his Garbage Pail Kids.
oh, he absolutely did. I got it wrote down. I was like, what the fuck? All right. This one will date me as well. And I don't want to get back on it, but it's
Color
alright.
TV.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Atari. Which
what was
which
your
one?
game?
That was
Absolutely.
one button and a joystick.
What was your
That was
game?
it.
Hang on, can we
River
guess?
Raiders.
Oh, okay. Damn. I was
Sorry.
gonna guess Pong.
Pitfall.
And
Pitfall.
Pitfall was another good
Television was
one.
good. Yeah.
Pac-Man.
I was a Dig Dug guy. I was
Donkey
pretty good
Kong.
at Dig Dug.
Space Invaders.
Space Invaders. Absolutely.
Centipede. Centipede was always a
Yep.
good one back then.
It was. Centipede was better when it got the ball though.
Yes, yeah, because you could slide
Yeah,
that thing all
correct.
the way over real quick if you need to.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You build two hands like.
All right, Brian. Last but not least.
all right. I'm gonna go with no internet.
No
You can just-
interweb.
I like how it's like no technology. Atari.
And True Arcade. He's like, just bring it back to being the stationary games where
Is
we
it
can't
fucking
connect with
1980?
anybody.
Is it 1980?
I don't need some guy in California to see my high score. Oh,
That's fun.
laughing is great.
It is.
All right, Matt. What's your final?
Man. I'm trying to see the scrambled picture on the old TVs back on
Ooh, the fuzz. Hell yeah! I'm just gonna call it the
Yeah.
fuzz.
the scrambled image. Or you
Yep.
that might have been. That
Every
might
once in a
have-
while,
that
you
might have
like
been
you
a
turn the
nibble, yeah.
volume up to see if you hear something. You just get this fan like, oh, and you're like, oh god, my mom's gonna hear. You're like, it just happened. I don't know.
For sure.
Yeah. Dirty boys, I love it. Mike.
Speaking of dirty boys.
MTV, back when they had videos.
Oh man.
For sure.
Yes.
See, we
That
grew
was
up in
on
the
all
days
day.
of it was just starting like Real World was on all the time, and then like TRL was the only music video you'd get. But I never minded because like 99% of the time it was Christina Aguilera or Britney Spears that always show their great videos. So like,
Yeah.
those were always fun. Okay, Sean,
I'm gonna go with Gushers.
you would. Another thing that means something completely different in our adulthood.
I need a caller.
Bearded Dave.
I don't know how to make this succinct, but just being able to ride your bike all around town, but then having to call your parents and tell them where you ended up.
It's called Latchkey Kid.
Yeah, we'll go Latchkey. I like that.
That just made it sound worse.
Why? You could go wherever you want, whenever you want. You come back.
That's fair.
I mean,
Yeah.
shit, we were kind of latchkey kids. We just like
100%.
go off. Of,
It was like my parents didn't have a choice. Like my mom worked from home.
Yeah.
She didn't have like an office. So at 7 a.m. during the
she's like,
summertime,
"Get the
she's
fuck
like,
out the house.
get
So,
outside.
Like,
I'll put food out like at noon.
yeah,
and
she's
then-
like, oh, here, like if it was raining, she's like, all right, go walk to the bowling alley that was a mile up the road,
yeah.
and I'll give you cash though. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was like
We-
basically,
We would just, I had a few friends that I lived near, and we would all go ride our bikes, and then we'd leave and have to call when we got wherever we were going and tell them here we are, and then leave again.
see now you were super cool riding your bike around town. But for me, the ultimate nostalgia, and I knew it would be here for me at the very end, but your boy could pogo stick like no fucking other. So I'm going to throw a pogo stick down because Sean would be cruising on a bike. I'd be pogo sticking or rollerblading because, you know, at the time I didn't know I was straight. I found that out later in life. So, you know, but I'm going to go with the pogo stick because that was just
Still in question.
still up in the air.
I kind of want to see that now.
I mean, honestly,
I was going to say the same
Honestly,
thing. Get this
it's
man
like
some
riding a-
rollerblades.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I
it's
have
like riding a
full
bike. You could do
confidence that if I had one that can support my weight, I would have no issue doing it.
I
100%.
Yeah, I've done it.
with rollerblades on. Let's hype this up.
All right, let's
With
yeah. Let's see what happens. Why not?
Turn it into a real spectacle.
I have full medical. Why not? Let it
Holding
ride.
sparklers. Oh,
Hurt
no,
myself so bad I can't report to work.
My
Fuck
mom,
it.
like, I remember the one time she came outside and she's like, Dane, I'm going to kill myself if you don't stop jumping on that thing. Because it was just like repetitive, like just the same bouncing over.
I was
over
literally
and over.
convinced that I would break the world record.
Oh, you were? Yeah.
And I looked it up and it wasn't even that fucking long. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I could beat this world record if someone would just tell me to not come in for dinner.
Yeah.
Like,
You could have been like
Yeah,
a,
the pogo
you could have been like a
ball also.
halftime show, like shooting basketball on a pogo stick.
yeah, fuck Red Panda. I can get my ass out there and do some crazy pogo shit. Let's go.
Did you have the pogo ball back in the day too? They actually had like a little ball that was inside a plastic round thing that you could jump on. It was a
Oh, I know
pogo
what you're
ball.
talking about.
Yeah, no, I did not
He
have
had,
that.
like, a
Mine was like
legit
a
pogo
full on, like legit pogo. Go up there like no handed and land and keep no hands. Like I could do some shit, you know.
For sure. Well, all right. So let's recap the drafts here.
We got off on a tangent there,
We did.
didn't we? Okay.
We are, yeah.
All
So
right. I'll start off with myself
go ahead, Dan.
because why not? After that banger of a finish. So I started off with driveway basketball, vacation ice cream trip, snow days, sports center, and pogo stick. Bearded Dave, playing outside late till the sun or the streetlights come on. Ninja Turtles bed sheets, definitely had those. GoldenEye, Luminator football, and Latchkey Kid, aka just going out on your bike and coming and telling your parents where the hell you're at.
Correct.
Sean, Saturday cartoons,
Sure do.
Nerf guns, Super Nintendo, Vortex football, Gushers.
Phenomenal.
You barely know her.
Phenomenal.
Mike, electric football,
It's a winning list.
Veterans Stadium, boo. Back to the Future, WWF main event, and MTV when it had music videos. Mr. AKL's got Mad Balls, which I've learned what those were, and yes, very
For
fucking
sure.
cool.
Had them.
Reebok pumps, wood burning kit for the little arsonist in your life, Garbage Pail Kids, and we'll just call it the Fuzz. All right, the Fuzz. trying to peek that glimpse at was that a tit? What was that? All right.
Just seeing that list and the fact that you're here today, I'm proud of you, man. You know what I mean? I'm really proud of you, brother.
You defied all
You did.
odds. All
You
right.
did. You know, there were some questions along the way, but
Yeah,
you know,
but hey,
on that list, you did
Looks
well,
like
brother.
we made it. All right. All right. Then last but not least, Brian. Drinking from the hose.
Yep.
No cell phones. A true arcade. Atari. And no internet.
Correct.
So he wants technology without technology.
He's one step
He
away
wants
from
to
color
stay
being
at one
introduced to
certain
TV.
point of technological advancement
Correct.
and just never advance past it.
And when
I
no
can
one's
respect that.
and when no one's looking,
It's
he's still sneaking a drink from the hose.
oh, for sure.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
Which I
Fucking
respect.
A right.
Hell yeah.
Secretly, I think that's where you said autism. I think salmonella. That's where it started.
No, something like
Just
that.
put it in there, test it. What does this do?
So, gentlemen, I'll have you guys hang on just for a minute, but thanks for joining the draft. That was fun.
Hell yeah, drafting. It's the
All
way to
right.
do it.
So,
But yeah,
we'll
we're gonna continue happy hour, but
yeah, we're gonna
we'll
pause.
stop this. Do
so
we want to
ready?
do our signature sign off,
We'll just
or you want
pause.
to
and we'll come
do a
back
cap later?
in. Yeah, we'll come back in.
All right.
We'll come back in.
Fine. Okay.